get some funding, man. Let's go ahead and get the bag so we can flip it and get cash flow to go ahead and get the Lamborghini and get all these different things that are out there.
And the great thing about that is you only get interest accrued on the money that you use. Nor is that I didn't have enough leverage. I couldn't get coached. I couldn't learn new skills. I couldn't actually have a marketing budget.
If I'm looking to get business funding now that I've gone through the software and got my credit report clean, what's the first step that I need to go ahead and take to start getting access to capital for my company?
So your credit's already clean.
Credit clean.
It's built out.
Beautiful.
All right. So if your credit's already built out, it's pretty simple, right? What we want to do is, again, I'm big on just leveraging, first of all, 0% interest funding, because whether you're a new entrepreneur or you're a seasoned entrepreneur, it's all about, okay, how can I create the most leverage, right? So having a time period where you don't have to pay any interest, it allows you more freedom, right? So for example, the reason I teach business funding is because it literally changed my life, right? I failed numerous businesses trying, and I thought that it was me as an entrepreneur for a slight step. But what I realized was it wasn't me that I was a bad entrepreneur, is that I didn't have enough leverage. I couldn't get coached. I couldn't learn new skills. I couldn't actually have a marketing budget, because where we're from, a lot of people were like, man, yeah, I just need my people to support me. That's not how you properly grow a business, right? So business funding allows you to do all the things that you think in your head, bring them to actual light, right? So first thing I would do is I would tell you to go find some 0% interest funding, and I'm specifically big on credit card stacking. So for example, you're out there, you're looking, right? What you can do is you can go find a lender that's going to pull from like a TransUnion, maybe like a GM Marcus card, right? They might give you anywhere from 10 all the way up to 40,000. And most people don't understand that even if you're a brand new business owner, no business revenue coming in, you qualify for this type of funding, right? Like we just had a girl in my program. She just got approved for $25,000 from Chase, and she couldn't believe it was real. She put in the group chat, oh my God, I just got funded. Is this real? Like she couldn't even fathom it, because as a brand new business owner, most of us, we weren't taught financial literacy. So we're under the impression that there's no way, you got to be in business for years. You got to have business docs coming in. No, they're not asking you for any documentation. If you went to a Dion and you got your credit right, and now you've built out that profile, and as long as your business is structured away, you can do that. So we might hit up like a GM Marcus who's going to pull from a TransUnion. Then we might go to like a Truist Bank that's going to pull from an Equifax, right? Then we might hit up a Chase that's going to pull from Experian. And what happens is the lenders are typically only pulling from one credit bureau. So with that being said, we've been able to go now get 3 business credit cards, right? Which for an average person, let's say you only got $10,000 each on those limits. The average person don't have $30,000 saved. So that's a game changer. You want to talk about the average American doesn't have $1,000 literally put up for a rainy day. So you're talking about being able to go out and get access to this funding. It's like most people can't even fathom the thought of that, right? So that's the first step you would do. If you're a business owner that you've been in business for 2 years or more and your personal credit is already in order, we can go check out some lines of credit. Right, most business lines of credit, they're going to require 2 years, but there actually are some that will allow you to go out and get lines of credit even if your business is under 1 year. For example, like a Wells Fargo, right? Now, what I tell people is this, right? Understanding the difference between business credit cards and lines of credit, because everyone doesn't understand the difference. When you get a credit card, right, most purchases you can make, but there are certain purchases you are going to have to liquidate those credit cards. And there's a lot of strategies like Amelio or Plastique where you can liquidate. But if you want liquid cash, pretty much, a business line of credit, what happens is once you get approved, they drop that money in an account, and you're able to move the money from your business line of credit until your business checking account, right? So imagine you having cash where you don't have to go out and spend the time liquidating. And the great thing about that is you only get interest accrued on the money that you use. So if you get approved for a $20,000 business line of credit and you're only using 10,000 of it, you're only getting interest accrued on that 10,000 that you're using. So this is how you get in those great positions where you can go out and now you can get mentorship, because we're in the same boat. We got where we're at because we learned information and we executed at a super high level. Then I get people who got bad credit, but they're like, is there anything I could do? Right. So for those people, if you're someone out there, maybe your credit isn't in position yet. If you have business revenue coming in, you're an established business owner and you've been in business typically for at least a year. Then we go to something called alternative lenders. Right. So something like a On Deck. Right. People could check out an On Deck or a Blue Vine. So typically they're going to plug in through something called like a Plaid, where they're connected to your business bank account. They're going to make sure that you just have some business revenue coming in. That could be an average of anywhere from like $3,000 to $5,000 minimum. And they're going to base your approval amounts based on the business revenue and the time in the business.